What's up, everybody? Super Heavy Sam here. First off, I want to say Happy New Year to everybody. It's been a crazy past year. Well, not really so much for me, but a lot of new things have happened. Really got hard into comics again. Had a baby. Me and my girlfriend are still going like super, super strong, and I absolutely love it. So 2024 ultimately was a good year for me. Started a new job, started progressing through that. But you guys aren't here for that. You're here because it's Wednesday, it's new comic book day. And although 2024 was a good year, I did get sick for New Year's. So I don't even know if I'm getting over it or I'm still like in the end stages of it, but I'm sick. So I've been confined to my computer, confined to the couch because I do not want to get my daughter sick. So with that being said, I'm not going to go out today. I'm not going to pick up new books. But as you can see from here, I have my CLZ Comics app up, and I'm just going to show you guys what is waiting in my pull list so I can get a video out. So first off, we have Absolute Superman. I was about to say Absolute Spider-Man. Absolute Superman issue 3. This is the variant that I got. Hopefully you guys can see that pretty well. Pretty cool cover. The Absolute Superman really has been blowing me away. It is different. And this is coming from someone who doesn't read Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, any of like the big 3. But this right here is different. So if you haven't been reading this, I suggest you pick it up. It gives you a new sight on just the Absolute universe and what they're doing with it. So pretty much we have Superman, Kal, and he's on Earth. You find out that pretty much Krypton had a different layout than what we're accustomed to. And his lineage was known as steelworkers, pretty much. They were the working class. They weren't even like prestigious. So that S on his chest, that's what that stands for in this realm. And at this point, it's issue 3. So if you haven't been reading it, or if you're one of those people, oh, I thought about picking it up, issue 3 to me is too far along for me to be calling spoilers. So right now he's on Earth. We met Lois Lane. We figure out who's pulling strings, and we're finding more about Superman, how his powers work, how his suit works, the AI that's been helping him. So yes, it's been an amazing read. And again, this is coming from someone who doesn't pick up standalone Superman books. Absolutely loved it. Next up, we have JSA issue 3, and this is the cover that I have once again. And JSA, a good read. You have the Justice League. No, JSA. No, I'm thinking about Justice League Unlimited. This is a new take on the Justice Society of America. You got old school working with new school, and they're just pretty much trying to find that balance in between that to work together and just get everything figured and sorted out. Honestly, don't remember what happened in issue 2. So before I read issue 3, I'm probably going to go back and flip through issue 2 and kind of like refresh myself. But if I'm not mistaken, I feel like we got JSA back to back. But usually there's like almost a month in between books, but it seems like we're getting this pretty quick. But yeah, JSA has been pretty good. Again, a new venture for me. The only JSA I've read is the Blackest Night, Brightest Day JSA, and even those were good. So I pretty much had no doubts on this. It's just good to see it in its own storyline. If you hear that beeping in the background, I have no clue what it is. Next up, we have Spawn, issue 360. Let me go and see which cover I got. Yeah, there's this cover. So again, I am not caught up with Spawn whatsoever. I am on Compendium 5. Is that right? I have it right here next to me. I am on Compendium 5, and I'm moving along well. Moving along really, really well in that regard. So where I'm at now in the book, you have this guy who's known as the Second Coming. He's healing people. He has the powers of Spawn. He's working with Violator. Madrabola is making his return. So everything is getting pretty hot right now, and I'm enjoying the Spawn series. Always enjoy Spawn. Spawn is just an amazing, I guess you can call him an anti-hero. Really love the story. Love what Todd McFarlane has written, what he's created. Spawn is one of those books that I will relate, kind of like compare it to like One Piece. Spawn is like the One Piece in the comic book world. It's just so ongoing. Not many people want to touch it because we're at 360 issues, and a lot of people don't want to touch that, just like they don't want to touch One Piece, but I love it. Next up, we have Star Wars Ahsoka, another book that I feel like we got back to back of. It feels like we just got issue 6 and they dropped in issue 7. This cover right here is freaking sick, but that's not the cover I got. Got cover A. Like I said, Thrawn is back, and Ahsoka is on her way to that planet that they're on to find, I forgot the chick's name that kind of betrayed them, and she ends up finding her. She finds him, and that's who she's been looking for. That's why she kind of like betrayed everybody to find him. And like I said, everything is getting heated. All the buildup is finally about to come to a head, but I'm pretty sure Thrawn is going to escape before Ahsoka can really get to him. But the story has been good. Ahsoka's definitely one of my favorite Jedis, but at this point she's not a Jedi anymore, but she's definitely one of my favorite Star Wars characters. What she stands for and everything, even after what the Jedi Council did to her, just a good story, a good read. So if you're a Star Wars fan, I'm getting to the point now where I'm seeing where all the Star Wars stories are like really going to start connecting. But with Star Wars, it's just so much to read. So I just pretty much just read my favorite characters and then just go from there. And I'll fill in the blanks as needed. But yeah. And lastly, because I only got 5 books this week, you have the Ultimates issue 8. The Ultimates really has been blowing my mind. Again, such awesome take, because it's one of those things where the hero always wins, and the Ultimates are pretty much showing us like that is not the case. Without prep, without that solid base foundation that all the superheroes had when they started their journey to becoming the great heroes that they were, when that rug is pulled from under them and they have to be heroes on a whim, it really shows just how uncoordinated and just unbalanced they can really be. Because in the Ultimates, was it 4 or 5, we lost Iron Man, but not really, but we did. We're getting heroes who didn't hold the mantle originally, so we don't have the original Hawkeye. We have this girl who happened to find Hawkeye's, excuse me, who happened to find Hawkeye's. I forgot what to call it. When Iron Man sent everybody their powers. What happened? You have the Hulk, who's pretty much a villain, but he's like, hey, he also has like the power of I was about to say Fire Fist, Iron Fist. So he's freaking brutal. What else you got? You got Ant-Man and Wasp, where Ant-Man was pretty much in denial, but he took the mantle, and again, that just not being coordinated and just off balance. And the Ultimates really, really open your eyes to why the original foundation for these heroes were important. They kind of touch based on that in Ultimate Spider-Man, and they kind of do it again in Black Panther. But again, I've said my piece about Black Panther. I just really feel like anytime there is a new storyline when it comes to Black Panther, it just feels like he's immune to whatever's going on. So not in a bad way, but just a simple observation. Because he still is the king. He still has the heart-shaped herb, but the only difference with him is there's forces outside of Wakanda that's trying to break down the ideology of Wakanda. Trying to break down their god and what they stand for and what they believe. So Black Panther is just out trying to deal with that to show that, you know what, you're not gods like you say you are, and I will beat you. So it's still a good book. Still a good read. You got Storm, Killmonger, all them working together. But those are my pickups. I mean, while I'm here, I just want to show you guys, like, I guess I can show you guys what I use, but those are my New Comic Book Day pickups. I just wanted to make sure I get that put out in a timely manner, because doing that and then not doing that and then having to do it like on a Friday or Saturday, sorry, I got sinus, have to do it on a Friday or Saturday, I feel like FOMO in a sense, like everybody's showing what they got, and then here I am, I have to wait like 2-3 days later when I have the technology to show you guys on New Comic Book Day. But my 2 main things that I use is CLZ Comics, the mobile app and the web browser are two different things. You're literally paying for two different things when you do that. Just FYI. So if you have the app and you're like, oh, I could do it on mobile, just so you know, you're gonna be paying like between $3 to $5 or something for the web-based app. But if you spend a lot of time on your computer, you pretty much get your money back in the first month, especially when you're cataloging and stuff like that. So I use CLZ Comics, and everything transfers over. So whatever, even though they're separate, whatever you do in the mobile app, once you sign up for the web-based browser, it transfers over. So this is everything I have. I was looking up some stuff. It keeps up with everything. Currently, I have 1,070 comics valued at $42.70, and this is going off of cover price. So with cover price, it goes off of raw by default, unless you specifically put in a slab. Again, if you have the mobile app, you know how that goes. So yeah, so by default, it goes off of uh, cover price. So if absolute power is up, see fair value, no, not fair value, very fine, $4, and that's what they go off of. So it doesn't really, and I think this is a $3.99 book, so no, $4.99 book. So yeah, it lost $1 in value. So you get to see things like that, just like the mobile app. You get to filter things out if you're looking for something specific. You get to add comics if you need to add comics and stuff like that. So although I don't have Absolute Superman yet, I can add it to the collection, but I usually wait because that's what helps me keep track. But if your local comic book shop doesn't have this, talk to them about it, because this right here is a lifesaver. It's Comic Hub, and my locals is the Collective. So what happens is, this is my card, and this is what lets me know what's coming out, and also down here lets me know how much I'm going to be paying after tax and stuff, so I can like go there and not be surprised about how much I'm paying unless I pick up extra stuff. But you can also like search for books that may be coming out. You can search for your favorite genre, brand, artist. So, and what's also great about this is if there's a book coming out, so we're just gonna take it Batman just for shits and giggles. Absolute Batman issue 4, I can literally just add it to cart. I can ask my store a question about it. I don't remember what that does, but this right here, if you click that, you can add it to your subscriptions. So you can just say you want this single, or you can say, I'm kind of iffy on it. So you can say, just give me issues. Let's say if it's a 10 issue series, just give me issues 1 through 5, because 1 through 5 follows a certain storyline that you just want to read. Or you're just like, I just want to give it a try. You want people like, I give it 5 issues. You can say, give me issues 1 through 5 before I make my decision to get 6 through 10. Or you can just straight up say, man, this is Green Lantern, man. I'm getting it regardless, ongoing order. And when you do that, it updates in your cart. And so when you go to your cart, it goes to pre-order cart. And then when you click on that, mine is empty because I pretty much do all that like as I'm doing it. But it'll show up here, and then it'll say place order with the Collective. And then boom, your locals get it, and then they just upload, and then they just update it in their systems on their end. You don't even have to call the store. You don't even have to wait until Wednesday or whenever you decide to pop up at the store to let them know. Like, everything I do is from this website. This is how I communicate with my locals right here. So again, it's called Comic Hub. I don't know if this is just exclusive to the Collective. I don't think it is, because when I first signed up, it asked me what my locals was or something like that, if I remember correctly. So any locals can get this. Now, I don't know what the upkeep is on the back end, as far as like what they have to do to maintain, as far as like what they're charged and what they have to keep up with, because, they might have to put in a catalog, and, they might not have the manpower to keep up doing that. But what's awesome about this is once I pick up my books, this 5 does go away. So once I go there, as they ring out my books, my cart disappears automatically. So once I purchase this, all this will be gone after my purchase. But from that point till next Wednesday, depending on how, if you read Marvel, DC, Distillery, whatever brand you read, as they come in, they can pull the list and it updates kind of like in real time, so to speak. So like usually on Saturdays, I'll see I'll start seeing books added to my pull list that I've asked for. So it's really cool. Just throwing that out there. With that being said, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna do the in video spiel, because if you guys like me and want to support me, you know what to do. With that being said, thanks. I hope you guys have an amazing new year, and hopefully I get over this cold because it freaking sucks. But love you guys. Super Happy Sam.